talk about the half marathon that I just ran in Brooklyn today. I'm back in Manhattan and it feels great after an incredible day of racing. What is going on? So I am currently in Brooklyn right now. I just took the subway over a nice 50-minute commute here. The reason why I'm here is because I'm actually picking up my bib and my shirt for the race. There's some sort of expo going on too. Not really sure what that entails. First time doing the New York City Runs Brooklyn Half Marathon, so we'll find out and hopefully I'll get some good videos there. Going on, so I'm finally back in Manhattan after what feels like a full day, but it was about 3 hours. Going to Brooklyn, waiting online for the expo for 30 minutes, getting in the expo, waiting on like 10 minutes in line for my bib, and then waiting another 10 minutes for the t-shirt. Overall, the experience was okay. Once I got in and got to hang out at the expo, it was definitely really cool the way they had it set up, but I think they were just in a little bit too small of a facility, so they wanted to control the amount of people that were coming in at once. And I think going in on Saturday, the day before the race, compared to Thursday or Friday, which were 2 other days that you could have gone, was probably a mistake on my end, but you live and you learn. On a lighter note, the expo was cool. It wasn't too large compared to what I saw at the Philly Marathon and what I can imagine what the New York City Marathon is gonna be. But they had Adidas sponsoring, so they were selling shoes, they were selling different merch, they were selling Brooklyn-themed apparel and merch. Some cool stuff, definitely. I really like the t-shirt that I got. This is what we're working with. Yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I'm gonna spend the night relaxing, hanging out, and I gotta be there tomorrow at 6 a.m., which is pretty brutal. It's an early start. The race actually kicks off at 7.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I can.
Back in Manhattan and it feels great after an incredible day of racing. So I finished at 1 hour and 27 minutes on the dot, based on what they're saying online, which is awesome, considering my best time entering the day was 1 hour and 31 minutes, so that's 4 minutes off my PR from 6 months ago. Now, time for one of my favorite parts, which is actually reviewing the race. When we review the races, what we review is the course, the experience, the value of the race, as well as the extras. So we'll start with the course. The course was really awesome. We were in Brooklyn, New York. There was tons of people. You got to see lots of different areas within Brooklyn, whether it was different parks there, such as Prospect Park, which is beautiful, surrounded by a river there. We got to go down to the Barclays Center, and then just the vibe and the energy of all the people that were set up there at the race was really great. I would say there's definitely cooler courses out there. The course was also a little bit hilly, but not too bad, but that doesn't affect the score. But overall, wasn't blown away by it. Did I really enjoy the course? Yes, and because of that, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now, as far as my experience itself, this talks about the customer service aspect, the organization and facility management of the race. I wasn't blown away by that at all. Had some rough experiences at the expo, just waiting a long time for that to go. Obviously, like I said, if I had gone the day before, 2 days before, it may have been better, but I think they should give you options, especially if you don't live in Brooklyn, to be able to get your bib and to set yourself up for the race without having to stress and really take away from the day before the race. And then when we actually got to the race itself, everyone was very confused. There was not a lot of instruction and really just not enough people working the race, it felt, to help people show you where to go, how to get through, and it took like an hour and a half to actually get to the starting line. I showed up at the race at 5:30. The race started at 7 a.m. and I got to the starting line like a minute or two before the race actually started. So because of that, I give the experience a 5.2, giving them some slack just due to the fact that there was 20,000 people, and I don't think they held the race, or not at least in this capacity, the prior year due to COVID. Now, as far as the value of the race in total, with all fees and everything considered, cost close to $200. You saved about $15 to $20 if you're a New York City Runs member, which I'm not, because I'm a Road Runners member, and I don't do as many New York City Runs races. Maybe in the future I'll join. But that was the price for the half. The full was a little bit more. You're probably spending like $230, $240. It's definitely an expensive race, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I know New York races are naturally more expensive with more demand, and just the fact that New York is always more expensive for anything you want to do there. But it was definitely a heavy dollar to spend for a 13-mile run race. So because of that, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. But due to the fact that it was an awesome race, that's why we're slacking it up to a 6.5 out of 10. And finally, extras. This includes things like medals, t-shirts that they give out for free, food and beverages throughout the race and after the race. And overall, as far as the extras go, I give it a 7.0 out of 10. The medal is really awesome. You probably saw a previous picture of me wearing that medal, as well as that shirt. Also, I was holding it up in an earlier segment of this video. The shirt and the medal, really cool. As far as the food and the beverages, it's definitely minimal. At the end of the race, they had bagels, they had, water and Gatorade, things of that nature, but nothing that blew me away there. I've definitely been at races where they have a lot more food selection post-race. After someone runs 13 miles or 26 miles and they pay close to $200 for a race, it would be nice to have like a decent opportunity to eat like a heavy set meal and something outside of the bagel. Just something to consider. I haven't really seen a lot of it in New York, at least at some of these bigger races, but it's something I'd like to see more of in the future. And if a race does it, I'm going to give them a higher score in the area of extras. So when we put together all the scores, we get a 6.55 out of 10, which in my mind is a satisfactory score. Like I said, overall the race had some good components to it, being able to get a chip time, being able to get some cool merch, being able to run in the city of Brooklyn. I just felt that they were understaffed, a bit unorganized. Maybe COVID the year before was the issue. Maybe the fact that this was a record turnout, they didn't really expect it. But regardless, just some notes here. But what we'll start doing is, as we do more of these races and as I'm able to review more of them, I'm just going to be focused on half marathons and marathons moving forward, just because I think there's more people who, want to make the right decision for those longer races. And so, we'll start making like rankings. I'll be able to tell people, hey, these are my top 5 favorite marathons, top 5 favorite half marathons down the line. It's something I'm really looking forward to.
Thank you for watching the video. If you like this video, please throw it a like, and if you want to see more videos like this from Run Breiter, please subscribe. Also, check out Run Breiter on your favorite places to watch and listen to content for the latest and greatest. More to come soon, and of course, don't forget to run brighter. Thanks.